A man had just refueled his car. The next moment, a truck crashed straight into his car's arse. Then a woman in red came out of the truck and shot at the man's car. Seeing this, the man immediately ripped off a fuel hose and launched an attack on the killer who had just reacted. In front of the man, the female assassin did not have the slightest power to resist. Not only was her weapon easily removed, but she was also pinned to the engine belt. The assassin taunts the man that he should have retired long ago. The man says she's not worthy of replacing him. The man has no mercy for those who want to kill him, even if he is a woman. Seeing that she can't beat him, she pulls out her knife. But even so, her force value is still not enough in front of the other party. Soon she was kicked out by the man again. The assassin drew her gun, but found that the man had disappeared without a trace. Angry, she lifted the back of her cloak. A brand new Gatling appeared in front of her. The woman didn't care that she was in a petrol station. She directly launched a barrage of firepower. The bullets were so intense that the whole petrol station was in a mess. The petrol was leaking all over the place. The man calmly returned to the car, picked up a jar of honey, and threw it at the female assassin. The female assassin was instantly stunned. Before she could react, the lighter in the man's hand had already been thrown at her. In the next second, the killer, who was covered in petrol, was completely engulfed by the fire and fell out of the car in agony. The man just looked back and then calmly left the petrol station. No sooner had the car left than there was a violent explosion at the station. And he did all this for a grandmother's pension. Man's name is Byrne, codename Beekeeper. Until a few months ago, he was a foreign agent for the CIA, specializing in cases that the government couldn't get its hands on. After 20 years on the job, Byrne got tired of it, so he retired to the mountains and became a real beekeeper. His neighbor, a retired educator, not only called Byrne for dinner, but even offered him her unused warehouse for free. Byrne also remembered the old lady's favor. That day, while the old lady was working, a reminder appeared on her computer that her system had been breached by a virus, and she needed to call the number above to contact an engineer. Although she was an educator, she didn't know anything about computers, so she dialed the number on the alert, but she just jumped into a trap dug by a telecom fraudster. The caller told the old lady that she needed to reinstall the final virus protection program. The old lady needed to solve the problem urgently, so she followed the instructions and went to a web page. Unbeknownst to her, the computer system had already been implanted. A Trojan horse had been planted in her computer system. The other party paid $500 into her account to refund her subscription fee. When she got the message, she accessed her account, only to find that she had been paid $50, 000 instead of $500. Then the scammer started his act. He said he had made a mistake and pressed the wrong button and hoped that the old lady would return the money to him, otherwise he would lose his job. The old lady, a soft-hearted person who has spent her whole life in education, obviously didn't want to cause trouble for others, so she agreed to return the money and entered the password to open the main account. At the same time, the Trojan horse had already captured all her password information. The second she pressed the confirmation button, the computer suddenly went black. When the system started up again, all the money inside had been looted by the fraudsters. And the fraudsters on the other side were already celebrating because this is their biggest turnover in a while. But the old lady looked at the zeros on the screen and fell into a deep thought, because not only was her pension stored here, but also her education fund of $2 million that she managed. Looking at the empty screen, the old lady couldn't accept it for a while. At this moment, Byrne is collecting honey in order to repay the old lady's favor. Byrne is going to bring the first bucket of honey to the old lady to taste. When the man arrives at the old lady's house with the honey, he hears a sharp smoke alarm sounding. There was no answer at all to the knock, so Byrne pushed the door straight in, only to smell heavy gunpowder in the house. He grabbed a knife from the kitchen and slowly made his way to the living room, where he saw a pistol and blood scattered on the floor. Before he could react to what had happened, a pistol appeared behind him. The girl's name was Lisa. She was the old lady's daughter and an FBI agent. She first told Byrne to drop the knife in his hand and then handcuffed him. But the next moment, she noticed her mother sitting lifeless on the couch. Lisa couldn't believe what she was seeing. Byrne was also acting very sad. Believing that Byrne was responsible for her mother's death, Lisa ordered her men to arrest Byrne. But after a thorough investigation, the police found no fingerprints of Byrne on the murder weapon and confirmed that the old lady had committed suicide. When she checked her mother's room again at night, Lisa noticed the account that had been ransacked. She realized what had happened. The next morning, she arrives at Byrne's hive and apologizes for misunderstanding Byrne yesterday. While chatting, Lisa told Byrne about her discovery. She said the old lady had been scammed and had lost all the money in her account. Lisa said she spoke to a colleague at the Office of Cybercrime. This group has been operating in the US for 2 years. Until now, they have no useful clues, and they don't even know the name of the person they're dealing with. When she heard this, Byrne didn't say anything, but just turned around and left. What's Byrne's next story? Will it be able to find this frog game? This is Zero Sense Film. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.